Well, hello there, chums. Welcome to the penultimate episode of Bee Simulator. So I'm hoping to finish this off in one foul swoop. Well, I know that I have because this is all pre-recorded and I'm talking over the top of it. So yeah, just returning my honey to the hive. Heck yes. And then pushing forward with the mission. So let's go and see what all the commotion is about now. What's going on? I ask. Heck yes. Are the humans attacking again? No, heck no. There's just some bees that have gone frickin' missing. Three of them have gone missing, some of the younglings. And down in the caves, at the bottom of the hive. Well, we could just leave them there, technically. You know, there's loads of other bees. We'll be fine. We've got some more larvae. We'll go hatch them out. Yeah, maybe we might get some that won't go sticking their noses around in caves, hey? No, I guess I'm going to have to go down there then and hunt for these little guys. Right, so let's fly on down. Let's go. Come on, like the frickin' wind. Come on, Captain Steve. Oh, there was someone's wedding ring down there or something, or engagement ring. Oh, well, let's head on over here. I don't know why it's inside of a tree, but there we are. Silly humans. Right, so let's... Oh, okay. Right, escape a spider's web. Well, you've seen me do that quite a fair few times, so I'm just going to speed this up a little bit, I think, chums. Anyway, so there we go. I've got to get stuck in there to sort of open up the cave. How the other bees got past it, I do not know, but we shall not ponder for too long on that sort of subject. Let's just carry on, and we'll find our first bee. So there is 3 bees in here to be found, and I was popping all those little things, thinking they might be inside the spider's webs. Nope, they're just in little caves. Yeah, you have to find 3 of them and then do these silly little dances. So you have to remember the sequence with the bee flies. So it might go up, right, left, down, whatever. And you have to sort of, you know, mimic it. So up, there we go, and then it goes right. Okay, up and right. Yeah, I got that. Up, right, left. So up, right, and left. And then it adds one more to the end. Up, right, left, and then right again. Oh my days. Conundrum. Right, so there we go. So now, here we go, Disco Fever. Right, so I think I ballsed up there, so let's go there, and then right again. What the fudge? Why you started dancing for? Anyway, I get it in the end, and yeah, we managed to rescue this one bee. They fly back out to the hive. And then there's 2 others I have to find, and it's very much a rinse and repeat. There's only 3 sort of caves that you can go in. You go in all 3 caves, and at the end of each cave you find a bee. It's kind of like very repetitive at that stage. So yeah, I skip it and bring you back straight back to the actual hive, and we'll go and see what Queenie Bee has to say, or we'll see what the next cutscene says. I can't actually remember. I mean, this is all pre-recorded and I'm watching it back myself at the moment, and I'm just talking over the top. So yeah, I fly all the way through this hive, and the reason I left this in is mainly because of just how big and how complex this actual hive is. Now later on in this video I have to find a new hive, and it's kind of claustrophobic in comparison, but you will see.
Our hero, you did it, you saved
I'm a hero.
bees.
Heck yeah, it's the saviour of baby bees. That's Captain Steve, saviour of baby bees.
Yet the
Baby
joy
bees.
did not last for long.
Yeah. Cool.
Soon, with
Awesome.
cold gusts of northern winds,
Oh yeah, winter is coming. I forgot about that
came
bit.
the winter.
Yeah. Cometh the winter. Well, it's seasons. You know, you can't really fight back the seasons.
The time of
No,
frost
heck
was
no.
always harsh.
T-shirts will sort of, I don't know, is either grown or I've shrunk, one or the other. Here we go. So yeah, that's nice and safe and warm. We have to ride out the winter by huddling together. There we are. There's all the bees sort of sitting up for the winter,
Plenty of food.
gathering plenty of food. Which, yeah, you've seen me do that in previous episodes, chums. I am the pollen gatherer extraordinaire, as you have seen. There you go. Look, they're sealing it up like I mentioned with beeswax. I have learnt quite a lot about bees during my time playing Bee Simulator, but I really don't think this is a real bee sim. You know, there's a lot of stuff in here that does happen in the real bee world, and then there's a lot of stuff that's, yeah, not so much. But here we go. This is quite sweet, isn't it? I quite like all the hand-drawn animations and things.
Cluster together
It's very
to
nicely
keep
done.
ourselves warm.
Yeah, and yeah, so there are things that I have learned like that. I thought they actually burrowed down into little caves, or used bee hotels and sealed up, like they go in little tubes and then seal up the end, so they stay in these little chambers. That's what I thought happened. I didn't know they did that. I mean, they might not even do that. I don't know. I'm taking this as gospel. This is the bee Bible to me. This is awesome. Anyway, there's only 3 more buds
something
to be
woke us
shot,
up.
so hopefully we're going to get all that
night
done in
already,
this episode.
but it's
Yep,
bright
so
and
here we go.
high.
Then you can see that my reservoir is now full. I haven't bothered unlocking any of the skins or doing anything of that. I probably won't, to be fair.
What is going on?
yeah, anyway. Look, the hive is all pretty. It's like lit up with northern lights. What the fudge is going on? Are you having a disco? You didn't invite me. Nope, there's something else going on. There's something strange flying outside. This is alien invaders. It better not be space invaders. You know, we've got people cutting down the tree. We've got, yeah, but that's big enough. But we've got hornets attacking us. Harry, the frickin' hornet. You better not be back with some sort of light show. No, heck no. What the hell's going on out there? I'm going to go and see what's going on. Yeah, it doesn't sound like a normal human machine that they're saying there. Yeah, I don't think they've encountered every human machine that's possibly out there. But here we go, let's fly on out and let's go see what all the commotion is and why there's loads of different coloured lights. It could just be fireworks, couldn't it? It could be fireworks night. But no, it's not. What is it? I can hear a drone, apparently. So yeah, oh, there it is. Well, that looks shockingly bad, doesn't it? I mean, how is that thing even flying? I'm not seeing any propeller on it. It's just defying freaking gravity. Right, so this... I have to actually follow this thing through 3 different racetracks. And yeah, I'm going to do the first one and then show you the cutscene and then the end of the racy bit. If you want to call it a race, it's more sort of frustration of following something because the camera angles are a little bit shoddy and also the wind, when it hits you, it knocks you away from the green circles. I mean, I guess that's a player mechanic, but there's some wind that helps you go faster, another wind that knocks you back, and it's very hard to tell which is which until it actually hits you. So yeah, fun times. Yeah, frustrating, but yeah, kind of fun, bit of a challenge. Oh look, Owl has grabbed that flying anti-gravity device, and I'm going to follow the owl now. So I have to follow the owl for another race, but yeah, I'm going to skip that through the power of freaking editing because, yeah, you don't need to see me do 3 races simultaneously. I mean, I could have sped the footage up, but I thought, no, save you the pain. Let's just skip straight to the end. Boom! Skippity skip. There we are, we're going up a staircase now. Yeah, you can see there, it has no propeller on the down thing. It is just sort of hovering and defying gravity, so I don't know whether this is the future or something, but yeah, it's a bit of a bizarre one. Anyway, let's follow that thing over there. It looks like some sort of, I don't know what that, it's supposed to be a simulator of a bee, but I really don't think it is. And I don't know whether he was sort of like checking out the hive to feed on information to those that are trying to cut down the tree, or whether he's a conservationist. You never really find out what the fudge he's doing with that thing. But there we go. Yep, he's got quite a nice laptop. And I decide I'm going to try and sting the chap in the back of the head, and then I'm going to rob his freaking cake. Because why not? Yeah, I'm going to be a menace. So yeah, let's sting the back. Oh, I ended up in his head, which is weird. And I couldn't sting him. There you go. Sting. There you go. Die. No, didn't kill him. It didn't work. He didn't even flinch. The guy is made of frickin' steel. But now I'm going to nick his cake. So here we go. I'm going to try and land on his cake. Now I would say trying to land on cakes is very deceiving in the actual... Look, every time I go to land on it, I end up landing like 6 meters away. And I find that happens quite a lot. There's a few jarring camera angles in this game, it has to be said, chums. So yeah, even though this is like a playthrough, it's almost like my sort of general opinion on it as well. You know, you can't really review a game by playing it for 15 minutes. This one, I've played it from start to finish. I must say, it's enjoyable, but it doesn't feel like it's got the end polish to it. There's some game mechanics that don't sort of work too well. There's a few voice acting areas which just don't sit too well in the actual game as well. There's some bits that feel a little bit too simplistic, then there's other bits that are tediously impossible to do. Like after you actually complete the game and you get end-game content and you can go do some missions. There's one mission where you meet a wise bee. You have to take him a shed load of pollen, and then he decides that you've got to chase him.
I saw it.
And the chase is freaking impossible, and there's no way to exit it as well. So if you get fed up of doing it, the only way to get out of the damn thing is to exit the whole freaking game. Anyway, so now the hive is being attacked, like viciously attacked, I think. Yeah, you see all that shaking and all that sort of stuff. It's going to collapse, they say. It's going to collapse. Right, so I better go see Queen and Queen. Make sure she's okay, I guess, after I've gone to a few more of these columns of light. So yeah, got to go see the Queen. There you go, it says there. Check if the Queen's okay. Let's go see what Queen says, and we'll see if we can get out of this place. So let's go and see her. Boom. And what's going on now? Yep, this is where we go see the Queen. Anyway, there's a little bit of dialogue, not much. I mean, I'm eavesdropping at the moment. I'm listening to what she's saying. She's sending out scouts and things. If I remember rightly, she's sending out the last of the bees to try and find a new hive, a new place for Bee Kingdom to start up again from scratch. Yeah. Doesn't invite me along to this. Yeah, it's lucky I was eavesdropping. You find the right place for cool. Well, there you go. She's given her orders to her favourite bees. I don't know why I'm not in her favourite bee set. You know, I've done so much already. You know, that freaking Harry the Hornet kicked his butt, didn't I? I showed him who was boss. But there we go. Let's see what she says to me now. There we go. I'm just stalking into the doorway there. Yeah, having a little last listen. So yeah, even her guards. Her prized soldiers. Yep.
Guards, yeah. You go too.
Sends them on the way. Need every pair of wings. Well, goodbye, guards. Goodbye.
I should punish you for eavesdropping.
You punish me, should you? No, you shouldn't. You should give me a frickin' medal. You know, where are my medals and trophies and frickin' uniforms and things?
You are too young.
I've pretty much done everything this year. This whole season, I've stocked you full of pollen. I've found some interesting info for you. And now you're going to send me to the freaking library. Oh, for fudge's sake.
You said we needed
right, my library card has expired, and I didn't take the last set of books back. I'm going to pick up a freaking fine. Oh no, that's not real life. Real life, yeah, never go back to the library ever again. Yeah, okay, cool. Right, fair enough. Good. Not the real library. In-game library. Let's go there, and let's see what's going on. Let's go. Sweet. Okay. Excellent. I didn't know beehives actually had libraries. See, I'm learning so much about the bee world, you know? Freaking awesome stuff. Who would have guessed it? You know, trophy rooms, libraries. It's freaking awesome. This whole bee experience for me has been a learning experience and a half. Although I did just headbutt that freaking hexagon for about 5 minutes trying to work out what was going on, when it was quite obvious which hexagon I had to go to. It's covered in freaking COVID. So yeah, I should have gone to that one first. Let's go pick up that. Lovely. Awesome. Cool. And then we're going to fly over to another one. Yeah, because, yeah, one set of gems just isn't enough. Let's get our full... Oh, there's another one over there. I just saw it. So we're going to go to 3 of them. And these are picking up clues. In the library. Best place to pick up clues. Libraries. Yeah. And, yeah, you pick up all your clues there. There's a lot of freaking cobwebs, though, isn't it? You would have thought that these bees would have fought off all the spiders, got rid of all the cobwebs ages ago, done some house cleaning. But no, they just invited the game makers in here and said, right, you're going to build a game in our hive, because that's how it works, you see. Right, anyway, so here we go. We've got our clues. And now we're going to head off to find a new hive. Heck yes. Yes! Awesome. So it comes to me that we're going to go to a boathouse. You can see, yes, up in the other corner from where I am. I'm going to have to move myself around the screen a lot while I do in this game, because most of the things appear in the corner that I usually appear in. So sometimes you're going to see me bounce around. And this camera seems to reverse me, so I never know which way I'm pointing, just so you know. Yeah. Okay, right, so here we are. Let's head on over to the crosshairs. And at the moment, because I haven't actually got any sugar in me, I haven't laid on a donut or anything, I can't actually fly fast. Hence why I'm looking around on picnic spreads at the moment to see if I can find something to juice me up so I can fly a bit faster. Because that's the thing. After all of this, you would have thought you would have got some sort of upgrades to maybe have super fast flight or something. Or extra energy, or to hit harder, or something. But there is nothing. There is nothing to really upgrade your bee other than skins, and you can get some gnarly hats, even though I haven't bothered with any of that stuff, even though it kind of was kind of exciting at one stage. But then I thought, no, because I'm going to look different to the rest of my freaking hive, aren't I? And they disappear during cutscenes as well, which is a bit strange. Well, they're all hand-drawn, aren't they, the cutscenes, so they're not going to be there. So I figured, well, I may as well just rock around as the standard bee. Sod it, you know, they don't do anything, so let's just be a bee within the hive. Why sort of make myself look any different to the hive? Anyway, so here we go. Now I've left all this in here mainly because of how awesome the scenery is, and also it gives you a nice sort of sense of scale, and it is beautiful. This game is really nice. I mean, it's not the nicest I've seen in level of detail, and there is quite a lot of visual pop. You do see things popping into your visual range. There's a moley mole there. Hello, mole. I'm going to add you to my glossary. Now the creature animations in this are also very nicely done, and some of the things, like, you know, some of the actual places where you can explore and investigate. I mean, I don't think I have even explored maybe 20% of this map. It's massive. And there's so many other creatures that I haven't added to the glossary. I mean, when you actually complete the actual game, you see the credits rolling. There's things coming up in the bottom right-hand corner. I saw bears. I saw like chameleons flicking their tongues out trying to catch me. I saw all sorts of stuff that I just haven't seen in the game. So there's so much more for me to explore if I want to. And after you actually complete the game, you actually get a free roam mode. So you can go and do all this lovely stuff. But anyway, I've flown over to the boathouse because that's kind of where the mission is telling me to go. You can see the green the yellow marker over there on the pier. But I thought I'm going to add a duck to the glossary. But I fly over to the duck and nothing actually happens. The actual glossary adding happens on its own, and I think it's only certain instances where you see certain creature animations that you get to add the creatures to the glossary. I was looking for frogs as well. I didn't find a frog down on the lily pads, which is the obvious place to spot the little suckers. But no, I couldn't find one there. There's some kids there. It looks like they're throwing rocks into the pool. No one into the lake, which is quite cool. Little skateboard leaning up there. The level of detail and some of the things that the humans are doing are quite cool. It has to be said. I mean, look at this. That is so cool, isn't it? Anyway, I continue searching around the boathouse, and I go to a few of these yellow markers. I'm just going to touch base with some of the ones where I had actual physical interactions. So others, there was just a bit of dialogue, and then it sends you on to the next one. I'm fairly sure you can work out what you need to do for there, because it's go to the yellow markers, read some dialogue, blah blah blah. And I left this one in because I have a little mini fight with a wasp, which is, you know, a little bit more of a upscaled interaction from all the others. So here we go. Here he comes. Can't remember what his name is. Hello there, Wasp. He tried to bite me. You see that? That's just dirty fighting. His name is Reese. Okay, yeah. Buzz off, Reese. But no, he doesn't listen. So yeah, we end up in fisticuffs. And yeah, I kick Reese's backside. Right, so you know, before when I was doing fights, for the first fight I was like on 100, and then I went up to 125 or 150. It's baselined again to 100. You don't get to keep that stat. I don't know why it goes up rather than down. I'm not too sure. But if you've got a multi-leveled fight that has got multiple rounds, your health bar does go up. I guess it's to give you a bit more energy if you've lost some energy during the first fight. I'm guessing. I don't know. But anyway, I left this little battle in. So take that, Reese. You frickin' wasp. Yeah, wasp. That's not much of an insult because you are a wasp. But yeah, take that. Yeah, dang it. Die. Headbutt. The victory is mine. Yes, we won that battle. Yeah, get stuffed. Awesome. Righty-ho. So, yeah, he's, go. Yeah, get out of here. So, yeah, wasps do not make good neighbours for bees. So that bush is not a good spot. Heck no. So I continue with my search of the boathouse. Now this part of the mission is quite long, and I did cut quite a lot out of this. I mean, I did have about 2 to 3 hours worth of footage, which I've now squeezed down into about 45 minutes, I think, roughly there or thereabouts. And yep, I get sucked into an air conditioning unit now, chums. Aha! Yeah, there you go. That was my air conditioning sound effect of being sucked in as if I was a bee. I know, it was like pure immersion, wasn't it? You know, yeah, anyway, here we are. I should give up my day job, should I? Right, okay, so I'm in a kitchen now, chums. And yeah, we need to find some advice from a fly. And just check out how many flies are in this kitchen. If the health inspector went into this kitchen, it should get shut down. I mean, it's not the most pleasant of kitchens. I mean, just as I'm flying around, just look at the amount of shite that's laying about. Insect photo album, just why? Why would you have that inside of a kitchen? That's a bizarre thing to have. A cookbook would have been better. You know what I mean? Easy to read, easy to use is the text that was on the bottom of there. They've got a lovely picture of cherries on the wall. And they've got some mustard and some ketchup in the fridge door. Lovely. Right, so let's just fly under this chair, fly around all these kitchen cupboards. Watch out, lady. I'm coming through. Yeah, right. I think I actually fluff up in a minute. I think I crash into something. Yeah, I wasn't fast enough. So, yeah, I have to start that a bit again. Here we go. Yeah, easy to do recordings or something is the last bit, I think, on the bottom of that book. Could be wrong. Oh look, there was something in that fridge, some sort of yellow thing that was spinning. I missed that. Oh, maybe it's a hidden object. Yep. So there's so much in this game. It's such a large game, and I honestly don't think I've given it enough exploration. But at the same time, although I've really enjoyed playing this, I don't think it's one of those games that I'm going to revisit for the end game element. I don't really feel the pull to actually get all the trophies for this game, which tells me a little. I do like the game, but I don't love the game. You know, it's one of those ones where it's like, yeah, it was alright, it was good, but it's not one of those ones that I'd say, yeah, it's a must-buy. This is one of those games where it's sort of, yeah, it's got annoying camera angles, it's got some annoying voice acting, and it's a little bit jarring at times, it's a little bit frustrating at times, mainly because of some of those mechanics that I just mentioned. But at the same time, it's a novel idea of a game, and it's got some. It kept me playing it from beginning to end. I did want to finish it. I did want to find out what happened to them and their hive. I did care about the bees, and I did want to see the bee rise up through the ranks and show the queen bee that, you know, she's a good little member of the crew. Heck yes. So there was that sort of camaraderie, and I did look forward to turning the game on and playing it through to do that. So if I had to price this game based on all of that, I would say its price point is probably around £15 in UK sterling. So yeah, it's nowhere near a AAA sort of title. This is one of those games where if you see it free on you know, the PlayStation Plus or whatever, definitely give it a whirl. If you see it on sale at half price and it is around the £15 marks, yeah, it's worth it, because I'd say there's a good maybe 10 hours play in there, maybe roughly, if you do all the side missions and stuff as well. I mean, I've done a few of the side missions. But anyway, yeah, I would say, yeah, it's worth about £15, but I wouldn't pay any more than that. Okay, so here I am outside. I managed to get back out of that terrible kitchen.
Let's check it out.
And yeah, it says there, check out the hole in the roof. And there we are. There's a little mini hole right above me right now. I need to sort of turn. There we go. There it is. That tiny little yellow speck there is the hole in the roof, and in I go. And this is where we're going to build the new hive chums. So, you know, and the bee is saying, yeah, oh, we can put the queen here, we can put the library there. It's teeny. It's a freaking tiny space. You freaking having a giraffe. This is nowhere even close to the size of the inside of the tree, but she seems happy enough. Happy enough. Great. Brilliant. Cool. So I'm now located a new area for the hive. Go me. Yes. Awesome. It's a claustrophobic space, which you couldn't even swing a cat in. But there we are. Oh, crud. And I come across 3 bees that also want this as a hive, which is a bit shockingly bad. I don't know whether they're in the same sort of situation as me. Foreign bee. Okay, foreign bee. Well, you can get going if you're... Yeah, if you've got somewhere else you could be, get gone, is what I'm saying to you. I found this, fair and square. Finders keepers. Ours here first. Let's do one. But no, we enter into a freaking battle. I have to take on 3 of these little guys. And you'll see, I'm going to speed the footage up, but you should see my health. I think it actually climbs for the second fight. Or maybe it doesn't. There you go, 125. And does it climb for the 3rd fight? I think it might. Let's see if it does. No, it stays at 125. So I don't know why you get that little mini boost. It's a bit of an odd one, but it doesn't stay. I think it should. It should build, and I think the fight should get progressively harder or something. But they don't, which is a bit of a shame, a bit of a missed opportunity. So here I am, flying back to the hive, and it's a bit of a heat wave. So I'm freaking shattered. My little wings are knackered. I've just battered 3 bees, found a new hive. I'm carrying a shed load of honey, and I pass out. Yeah, go and lay in the grass. And this bit I think is kind of nice, because yeah, I've actually done something similar in the past. Seen a little bee and picked him up and moved him somewhere safe, you know, out of harm's way. I didn't have a sugar cube on me or some water like this chap does. I mean, he came proper freaking prepared for the job. You know, who does that? Who the hell has a sugar cube in their pocket? But there we go. He plonks it down right there and comes in with a little bit of water as well in a freaking pipette. The guy is a freaking hero. Whoever done that, mental. Just who thinks of doing that? They might have gone out with just that as a motive. Right, it's a heat wave. Let's go save some freaking bees. Let's look around in the freaking grass for hours. I've got a pocket full of freaking sugar and a pipette of water. We're going to save some bees' lives today. Yeah, a bit weird. You see what I mean? Although it's nice, it's lovely in the game, it doesn't quite... It's like, what the fudge? What just happened? Okay, anyway, so there we go. I refuel myself by climbing onto that sugar cube. I cut it because it took me about 10 minutes to get on that freaking sugar cube. Because, yeah, the camera angles are really jarring. Or I'm terrible, one or the other, but I think it's the camera angles. We'll go with the camera angles. But there you go. I've now got a little bit of extra speed. And, yeah, we've got some dodgy kid in front of us doing some stupid, weird dances. And done that. I don't know whether that's aimed at me or what, but it's kind of annoying. Yeah, but there was some dialogue there, so I couldn't move around or look anywhere. And then I noticed this kid, he's wearing a t-shirt that actually says Bee Simulator. So I go to have a better look, and he starts screaming at me, starts crying, shooting his face. I'm not a wasp, I'm a little bee. If I sting you, I'm going to freaking die. That's the rules, you know. However, that's not a thing in Bee Simulator. You can sting the heck out of humans. You even sting people in the face to make them run away and stuff, because they're bullying the bees apparently. And yeah, they don't die. Yeah, that's not proper bee simulation, is it? I don't know. Anyway, so here we go. I'm going to go and turn in all this honey. I've got shed loads now. I really should go and have a look at the unlockables and see what I can unlock in a trophy room. Maybe I might do one extra episode where I go spend all my honey and we'll see what we can unlock and see if there is anything interesting there. And I might do one last episode of me doing the free roam and have a fly around. I might even do that live. I might do a live one of these or something. If you want to see that happen, let us know in the comments. Maybe hit a thumbs up or just put a comment in, say, yeah, do a free roam live free roam. Yeah, and I will. I'd hit that up and do that. If I don't see anybody put live free roam, then I might just do a pre-recorded one or something. But here we go. This is pretty much where the hive is getting kicked to shite now. I mean, you can see it's filling up with smoke and like coughing and stuff. Yeah, lovely. Yep. I have found a new place for us to go though, Queenie and Queen. So yeah, just if you follow me, I can show you where to go, and everything should be, you know, legit and fine, sweet and dandy. Okay, dance for the scouts. Yep, you do realise our tree is now filling up with freaking smoke and stuff, and we're probably going to die. But dancing, yes, let's do that, because that is the priority. But that's how bees communicate, isn't it? That's rude. That's true. That's true. They actually do little dances when they go back to the hive to tell all the other bees where all the good plants are and stuff, and all the good flowers. Yeah, scientists have been studying them. I watched a really good documentary on the Queen's Gardens over here in England with Alan Titchmarsh, and they start talking about the Queen's bees because she's got a load of hives and stuff. She does royal honey. Yeah. Freaking awesome. And yeah, he was talking about how bees communicate and stuff. It was a really good documentary. Don't know where you can find it. It's probably on YouTube or something. The Queen's Bees or something, or the Queen's Gardens. Alan Titchmarsh. You should be able to find it somewhere. I'd imagine it's somewhere on the freaking line if you're really that bothered. But yeah, okay, awesome. So now I have taught you where to go. Go! Excellent. See him go. Freaking like the wind, like a ninja. Puff. Haha! Magical bees. I didn't know bees could teleport until I played this game. It's a thing. There's fast travel and all sorts of stuff that they've got loaded up in their freaking hives. Yeah. Right, okay, so I'm going to fly through here, and I've got to try and get all the larvae out. So here we are, let's fly on up. Let's see if we can find the larvae. So larvae is like little bee maggots, if you like. They're pretty disgusting, to be fair. And yeah, you've got to take that out. See, I thought they were more like little eggs, but apparently they are these little wormy sort of chrysalis-y looking things. Okay, it's not that I've ever seen inside a hive, so I have no idea. So again, I've learnt a lot. This game has got a lot to learn. And in the glossary, you know all the things about the plants and stuff. If you're a keen gardener and you want to attract bees to your garden, it tells you all the plants. It tells you all the best plants to attract bees to your garden and how to actually have a wildlife garden. I sped this up because I had to get 5 freaking larvae out. And it was very sort of backwards and forwards, rinse and repeat. And there is a lot of that in this game. If you're not into repetition, probably not the best game for you, to be honest, but it was broken up with lots of sort of cutscene story, and it's kind of repetition you can kind of it's fine because you're not doing that over and over again. Even the pollen fetching, they sort of threw a little bit in there to break it up, and it was quite cool. And then you've got this sort of stuff going on as well, which is awesome. So I'd say the actual the full motion sequences, like here, I mean the walking mechanics there is fairly good. You know, I've seen worse in AAA games. You know, like that space game that everybody was banging on about that turned out to be a complete load of cack. Yeah, I can't remember the name of it now. I think it began with an A. But yeah, I did buy it. I took it back. It was terrible. Anyway, so here we go. Yep, so at the moment they're filling up the tree with a load of smoke and stuff. And that's what they do, isn't it? It sort of pacifies the bees. Even if you've got beehives, you have those little... and it puts smoke out to sort of make the bees a little bit more docile so you can get closer without being stung. So there's a lot of in here that is in keeping with, you know, real life and stuff, which is really cool. But yeah, there is a bit later on in this, chums, where you see a cutscene of the tree stump. You know, they've taken the tree away, and it's a little bit, man, the amount of work that those bees put into that, you know, and then it's just gone. But this happens world over, you know, that beehives are in decline. This game doesn't throw that in your face all that much, but you do get that feeling. Wow, we should really be looking after our bees a little bit more, since they look after the flowers, the pollination, and without the bees, you know, the world would be in trouble. And they do put that point into the game, but it's right at the start in the intro, and then it doesn't really get a mention again. So the whole thing of guilt and stuff, it isn't there. And there are some elements where you see the humans helping the bees, but then just through human endeavour and whatever. I mean, that tree does look a bit ugly and a bit of an eyesore in a beautiful park, so you can understand why it sort of got took away. And you can see there that I had trouble with the camera angles, and yeah, some of these races, because of the camera angles, just makes them neon impossible. I mean, lucky enough I didn't fail this race, which is fine, and it is quite cool, this race, in the fog, and the ambience and the sort of general atmospherics on this one was really quite cool. I like the fact that the others are sort of glowing, and it did have a sort of a bit of a mystical draw to it. There's a guy there doing press-ups. It's cool. When you go flying through this world and you see some of the humans doing some of their day-to-day activities, and you're sort of looking at it from a bee's perspective, you think, those humans are freaking weird. Especially when you see them, you know, dancing and stuff in the park. I'm surprised you didn't see any flossing or something. Because, yeah, it's pretty cool. And there's a lot of different references in this, like... the wise bee that I mentioned earlier, the one that's impossible to actually do the race with, he actually speaks like Yoda, all of his words. Oh, so you want wisdom, do you? Ah, and all that sort of stuff. It's very much sort of Yoda-esque. It's actually really quite cool. There was references for Game of Thrones, Star Wars. There's a few, and they're all sort of very geeky. You're like, I see what you did there, which is really cool. I enjoyed that. I love a lot of this game. There's a lot to like about this game. There's some it's a hidden little gem of a game, but it's not one of those ones that you should spend a shed load of money on. So yeah, even though you've seen me have quite a lot of fun with this and I've enjoyed playing it, if I went into like a charity shop and there was this and there was No Man's Sky and they're both 15 quid, I'm picking up No Man's Sky, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's a good game, and it has got some sort of lifespan in it, and it has got some sort of draw, especially if you like sort of bugs, wildlife, and if you're fascinated or interested in bees, definitely get it. Or even if you're a keen gardener, you want to attract wildlife, it's a good game for that. You're going to enjoy yourself, plus also learn some stuff. So yeah, it's a good game. It's not bad at all, and there's some lovely little cutscenes in it, and actually finding the new hive and helping them find their way there was actually quite nice. It gave me a sort of a warm feeling inside. I thought, yes, sense of accomplishment, awesome. It did actually make me feel good completing this game, and I'm glad I saw it from beginning to end and completed it. So there is a sense of achievement there, and I suppose if you're a trophy hunter, I don't know how hard all the trophies are going to be, but yeah, it's probably not going to be an easy task. I mean, you've seen how many balloons there are in the park. I bet there's a trophy for popping them all or something crazy like that, and there's no way I'd be doing that. That'd be tedious as heck, because trying to pop those balloons and trying to get your distance, because you don't actually cast a shadow on anything, that'd be a pain in the frickin' neck. That really would. But here we go. I've now got all the bees back to a new little hive, and that's kind of where this game sort of draws to a close. You never do sort of see the light. Well, I don't think the library appears, so I don't know how I'm supposed to get my unlockables. So I'm definitely gonna have to boot it up again just to work out how to get my unlockables and the skins and stuff, and how to spend all that honey I've been collecting. Yeah, that's just occurred to me right now. Mind blown. Yeah, so I will have to throw it back on again. But yeah, if you do want to see me do that, just let me know in the comments below that you'd be interested to see that sort of stuff. And if you want to see it live, just put live or something. That'd be cool. That'd be nice. But yeah, again, quite nice sort of archery. It's a very artsy-fartsy sort of game, isn't it? It's very indie. But when you actually see the rolling credits, it goes on like a freaking Marvel film. It just keeps going and going. I'm like, really? You had that many voice actors? Yeah, really? Okay, alright, fair enough. Okay, I thought I could count the voice actors on one hand, but no, apparently not. They've got quite a lot. So yeah, they just all sound the same. Yeah, okay, cool. Brilliant. But yeah, there's a lot of names in the actual scrolly namey bit that I kind of like. I think I've seen that name twice now. I've seen that one twice. I've definitely seen that one 3 times. And, so there's a few repeats in there, I think. But even still, the credits go on for freaking ages. To the point that in the end I just skipped them. I mean, I've only put in a small portion of the credits here just to give you a rough idea. But there you go. I like the fact that you're now telling the story. And you can see there, the plant is all flowered now, and it tells you what you did and how you did it, blah, blah, blah. And the actual credits don't actually roll until you leave this hive. I mean, as you can see, there's no trophy room or anything there, is there? So, yeah, it's a little bit different. So yeah, I'm definitely going to have to fire it up again just to satisfy my own curiosity. But here we go. This is where the credits start to roll now. And down in that bottom corner is where you see a lot of images popping up of things that I just didn't actually see or come across. Like there's a bear, like I mentioned, chameleons that fire their tongues out, and all sorts of other stuff in there. But yeah, I don't want to say too much just in case you do want to complete this and see that roll yourself. This is the bit that I mentioned about the stump. So you see where the old tree used to be. And there's Harry the Hornet. He comes back for round 2 and finds that you've moved house. Yeah. Oh, look, these bees have shrunk. It was like there's an ant's nest there now or something. Yeah. Did I miss something? Yes, Harry the Hornet, we've moved. And then you get free flight mode. So the free flight mode, I do a little bit. I mean, I went and done one extra mission or something. I think I've left that in at the end. I'm fairly sure I have. But yeah, so you can now just sort of traverse the park, explore, find all the rare flowers, add all the creatures to the glossary if you really want to. Fauna and flora hunting. And it is a beautiful game. I mean, look at the water effects and the city in the background. It is quite nice. If this was in VR, I think I would be playing this a heck of a lot more. I think I'd really partake in the actual the end game stuff. But what I would say is it's quite flat. There are some sort of little mini hills and things like that, but there isn't a lot of terrain variance. I mean, we have got a pond there, there's a fairground, there's a little park. The park's actually really quite cool. It's very in keeping. You know, like there's a tic-tac-toe games and another one where you can turn letters and stuff. Like on kids' playgrounds, it's got all that, sand pit, it's got a roundabout, slide and stuff. The level of detail is really quite cool. In this last mission, I've met like a bee that's sort of been picked up by humans on a plant and been shifted over here or whatever. But before you get to all that niceties and actually start talking to this one, they try to rob you. Yeah, they try to mug me basically of all my honey. So yeah, I kick this bee's backside. So there we go, and it's pretty much the same sort of schematic as every other battle. There we go. It would be nice if the battles, like I said, got harder or had a different sort of variant to them, but it is what it is. It's a mini game within inside a game, isn't it? It's just one sort of small aspect. You see this human in the background, he sort of walks up and he's like, actually no, I've forgotten something. He comes back the other way. So some of these, you can just human watch in this game, or you can just be a complete arse. You can just go around stinging humans to your heart's content, and some of them do have some pretty funny animations. It's like that little kid that I went near to earlier that started screaming and stuff. And some of the reactions are quite cool, so they actually have sting reactions, like I stung a dog and it started scratching where I stung it, sort of thing, which was quite cool. So yeah, you can just fly around and just be a complete git if you wanted to. Oh, he's walking that way. Does he turn around and come back again? Maybe he's doing some exercise. Yeah, he's probably just doing his daily exercise, just walking backwards and forwards for some reason. There we go. I beat up that bee, and then she comes back and she tells you a little bit of a story, a backstory, which I quite like. There is a lot of this in the game. There's sort of like little moral stories, and you do feel like every single interaction you have has got some sort of meaning or some sort of purpose to it in a roundabout way, apart from that Harry the Hornet thing. But even then, he made a reappearance at the end, which is quite nice. There's a lot of stuff that's looped up, and there's a lot of things that they haven't forgot about. It does feel that they have polished each of the different sort of sections of the story. But where it lacks polish is just in some of the camera angles that you go through. And my main gripe is the races, the green circles. I don't like that. That needs some work, in my opinion, because the controls aren't the easiest of controls to control the bee. And or maybe it's just me. Maybe I just suck at them. But I have seen other people play this, and I've seen them struggle with them as well. But yeah, I have seen some which are freaking amazing. Especially in split screen mode, where they're playing with friends and stuff. It's like, how the heck did you manage that? On half the screen, you've done twice as good as I could do. So I don't know whether it's a PC thing. Maybe they're using mouse or something. But on joypad, it's not an easy task to be had, for sure. But here you go. So yeah, Ashley, the carpenter bee, has lost their tropical paradise thanks to humans. So they're almost in a similar sort of plight as me, and they haven't been as lucky as to find themselves a new home or a hive. So at this stage, I do a little dance, and I show her somewhere where she can actually take the rest of her mates and make a new home inside this park. And funny enough, I'm giving her the paradise house. What the fudge? Why did we have the frickin' paradise house? That tropical house is awesome. It's got lizards in there. I like lizards. Anyway, so here we go. I do a little dance, and yeah. So even in the end game, there's still a lot of side missions. I saw another side mission online where you have to help some ants across some water or something. In fact, I think there's a trophy for it as well, helping ants across the sea. So yeah, there's a lot to be done even after you complete the game. So yeah, there's a lot to keep you coming back to this. Yeah, it's actually quite cool. And this bit's nice. So yeah, after I helped her out, she's like, right, and she calls all of her mates. Get over here! And yeah, and then you're thinking, uh-oh. Now, little bee, you're really going to get it. And you think,
what? Oh no.
That's just freaking terrible.
You're gonna get
and it's like, you're going to get thanked
this
from all of us ladies. And they give you a round of thank yous. That's freaking awesome. Great. And I want to give you guys a round of thank yous for watching this series. I know that you're subscribed here for No Man's Sky content. However, Next Gen is coming. And No Man's Sky news isn't all that forthcoming at the moment. So I thought I'd just throw an extra title out there. And I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's made you guys think, oh, I'm going to try another title. Even if it isn't this one, maybe you've tried another game. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon. And thank you very much for watching. Take care now. Cheery bye. Goodbye. There's multiple ways to support my channel, Patreon being one. Thank you, Patreons. And I also have YouTube membership. Thank you, YouTube memberships. Yep, there's multiple tiers there for everyone. Be sure to check those out if you're thinking of supporting me that way. Hitting a like or a subscribe or leaving a comment. I love reading comments. Is another way to support the channel. Or there's merch if you want to find a dandy pair of socks or a t-shirt. Head on over to Teespring. Or just stay with Captain Steve a little bit longer and watch a little more. Hit join or sub. Heck yes. We'll see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Cheerio.